Hey guys, what's happening? Hey, I'm Playin That Is back, and today we're going to take a look at one of the best FPSs to ever grace the Xbox and PlayStation 2. That game is Black. Developed by Burnout veterans Criterion Games and published by Electronic Arts, Black was pure and simple a sublime shooter that was all about the single-player experience. No multiplayer, no LAN support, no Xbox Live, which I have to imagine Microsoft would have loved to have this beast on as an Xbox Live exclusive. The game takes its name not just from the fact that you play as Black Ops agent known as Jack Keller, but the game was helmed by Stuart Black, who at the time was becoming a legend. He went on to start the game Body Count, however Stuart Black left that studio before the game was finished. That story is for another time. Black just recently celebrated its 10th anniversary. It's a testament to EA and Criterion's collective faith in the game as it launched just months before the release of the new consoles, that being the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Black is a superb tour de force of run-and-gun action and movie-sized explosions. All of this is woven into some of the best audio and music production a video game has ever been treated to. The story of your protagonist, Keller, is fairly standard action movie fare. Through the cutscenes that are woven between each level or mission, it's an interrogation room, and Keller is being questioned and debriefed by an unknown government agent. It should be noted that Keller is voiced by Marty Papazian and the interrogator by Paul Pape. Both Pape and Papazian are both experienced and seasoned voice actors, as well as actors of stage and screen. They bring the right level of action thriller grit to each character's voice. You're on the hunt for turncoat William Lennox, who is part of your squad. Lennox is the leader of Seventh Wave, a terrorist group responsible for carrying out terrorist attacks that are intentionally escalating tensions all over the world. Since the majority of the intelligence gathered was used for Lennox's nefarious plans was from CIA, everyone in the CIA is on the lookout for other possible insiders helping Lennox's cause. Enough about the story, though. Black is all about action and guns. Standard FPS fare sees you limited to two weapons. However, Criterion put a staggering amount of effort and detail into each of the armaments. Pistols are great for silent kills. Shotguns handle crowd control. Assault rifles are the intermediate de facto weapon. Sniper rifles ring out with an amazing report and echo. Heavies such as grenade launchers and RPGs wreak havoc all over the battlefield. Each one of the weapons has its traits, enough so that the limited selection doesn't seem all that limited when you factor in how differently they all handle. Levels can be player customized, and by that I mean the environments are 90% destructible. No, you are not going to see some Red Faction Geomod engine levels of destruction, but there is plenty of opportunity to make and take alternate paths to your goal. Throughout each level you'll encounter tons of enemies. Must have been disciples of the overwhelming force doctrine. The levels and environments are varied from the Chechnyan countryside to urban warfare to hideouts based in gulags. You'll never see recycled locales. Littered amongst the corpses and insane combat is wetwork reports, blueprints, and safes, housing caches of need-to-know basis level intelligence reports. The hidden reports only contribute to secondary objectives and aren't necessary to complete your mission, but they are unique pieces that hinted at a bigger picture for the sequel that never got made. All in all, the frantic and frenetic pace of Black is what set it apart from its competition at the time. And to be quite honest, this pacing and attention to detail in the audio department in particular is what makes Black hold up even after 10 years. It's sad that Stuart Black couldn't see eye to eye with Electronic Arts because this was the start of something great. As it stands, Black sold roughly 2.25 million copies across both platforms, Xbox and PlayStation 2. It never received a PC release, and being it was one of the only Xbox originals to be offered via Xbox Live Games on Demand, I imagine another 75 to 100,000 digital copies were sold as well. That is just conjecture, though. However, publishers and platform holders don't report on digital sales. One thing of note, and it'll come up at the end of the video, is that the controls are not up to modern-day FPS standards. However, they did give it a fighting effort. That said, this is one of the few games that offers fully customizable controls. It gives you enough freedom to get them as close to the Halo Call of Duty standard that we've all become used to. Black can be had for roughly $6 to $10 on Xbox, with PlayStation 2 copies going for slightly more. Black is fully backwards compatible with the Xbox 360, and it is still available on Xbox 360 Games on Demand store for $9.99. So if you prefer the physical disc, it's not hard to track down for either console, and it's a fantastic reason to keep an Xbox 360 hooked up somewhere in your house. Thanks for watching. Hey, I'm Playin That. Comment, rate, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.